Everyone knows of Scottie Pippen, who was a 7-time All-Star, 3-time All-NBA First Team, 2-time All-NBA Second Team, 2-time All-NBA Third Team, 8-time All-NBA Defensive First Team, 2-time NBA Defensive Second Team, 1996 USA Basketball Male Athlete of the Year, and had his number 33 retired by the Chicago Bulls. But most people do not realize how rough of a childhood he had, and that he was a mediocre player at best throughout his high school and part of his college tenure.
Scottie Pippen was born on September 25, 1965, in Hamburg, Arkansas, and he was the youngest of 12 children. Growing up, he dreamed of making the game-winning shot in Game 7 of the NBA championship, but he was not that good at basketball.
He kept pushing to make his NBA dream come true, but his physical stature always held him back. He was tall, but he was very thin. In the 9th grade, his father suffered a stroke, which left him paralyzed and unable to speak. Instead of letting this get him down, he used it as fuel to train harder so he could get to the NBA and be able to afford the best care for his father.
He worked hard to make the varsity team, but only as a reserve. By his senior year, he was 6 feet and 1 inch tall. He earned the starting point guard spot. His team did well, but Pippen was seen as an average player at best. His coach knew that Pippen's only chance of going to college was on scholarship, so he pulled a couple strings and got him a scholarship as an equipment manager for the University of Central Arkansas.
As equipment manager, he was in charge of the team's equipment and laundry, but got to practice with the team. During his tenure at college, he sprouted from 6'1" and skinny to a 6'7" and weighed 210 pounds. He earned a spot on the roster and became one of the most dominant players, playing all 5 positions. The Chicago Bulls traded to the 5th pick and selected Scottie Pippen. This action gave birth to one of the greatest NBA careers of all time.
Scottie Pippen had a rough rookie year, but his work ethic that he picked up in the small working town he grew up in helped him persevere to train harder and come back the next season to earn the starting spot. He emerged as one of the most dominant young forward, averaging 16.5 points per game and 6.7 rebounds per game. He eventually reached his all-star status in the 1990 through 1991 season where him and Jordan led the team and brought the title back to Chicago.
In 1992, the Dream Team was assembled for the Summer Olympics. This team consisted of the best players in the U.S., and they blew out nearly every team and won the gold medal. They are widely considered the greatest team ever assembled. After the Dream Team won, the Bulls continually dominated the league, but Michael Jordan retired before the 1993-1994 season, which allowed Pippen to step out of Michael Jordan's shadow and take over the team. Although Pippen was having an amazing year, the team could never win the title.
Jordan returned in 1996, and the Bulls added Dennis Rodman. The Bulls had the greatest record of any NBA team ever, and that record still holds up today. They ran into a roadblock as 3 of their star players were hurt in the playoffs, which left the load on Pippen's and Jordan's shoulders. They accepted the challenge and fought through the playoffs and winning the championship. This is widely considered the best season an NBA team has ever had.
The Bulls won the next season's championship, but after that, he got traded to the Houston Rockets. Pippen played alongside his rival, Charles Barkley, and new teammate, Hakeem Olajuwon. They made the playoffs but got eliminated. Pippen said he wanted to be traded, and he was, to the Portland Trail Blazers.
They made the semifinals the first year, but were knocked out by the Lakers, who was coached by Scottie's former coach at the Bulls, Phil Jackson. They then proceeded to the playoffs to the next 2 years, but never advanced far. In Scottie Pippen's final year, he left the Trail Blazers to go to the Bulls and end with the team that he made his legacy in. They didn't make the playoffs, which was the first time in Scottie Pippen's career.
Pippen was one of the greatest players of all time and still is considered one of them today. His accomplishments speak for themselves, and many players have said he is one of the best. His accomplishments all cover his hard work and his work ethic, which he credits to the small town in Arkansas that he grew up in, Hamburg. His career was amazing. You could say it was a slam dunk.